So just as you stand here, eyes open or closed, whatever's comfortable for you, just sort of notice how you feel your feet supporting you. Got the Gabby girl.
Mm-hmm.
Notice how tall you feel. And when I say notice how tall you feel, where do you go in your body to find tall? Do you go to your spine, the top of your head? You know, just where for you? No, I've got to. Notice how your shoulders are. Are they? Are you holding them in some way, or are you letting your spine and your ribs hold your shoulders up? And if you don't know, shrug them a little and drop. Shrug a little and drop. Notice how you're breathing. How much freedom or not freedom is there in the breath? And then go ahead and find yourself to your seat.
Just the right time.
All right, and if you can, scoot to the front of your chair so your feet are in contact with the floor. Have you
Sitting
actually,
against the wall and I would be touching the floor.
you know what you might think about for, because you're tall like me, is folding the towel, either the pillow or folding the towel up to get, finding your sits bones, the ground of your being in sitting, right? And just being aware of the shape of those sits bones. You might even just let yourself roll a little. Feel that the bottom of those sits bones is curved, and if you roll them one way, you're more likely to slouch, and if you roll them the other way, you're more likely to sit tall. Right? Good. And then come to whatever feels like neutral. Right? And like we've done in the past, gently press through both feet. So you're pressing through your feet. Feel if you can notice that connection in your pelvis, and that by pressing through your feet, you get a little taller, right through the top of your head. And then release, settle long and tall into the sits bones. And then again, press, feel, everything starts from the ground up. And release, but stay in your height. Now, historically, right, we've rolled down and up from the base. We're going to try something a little different. So I want you to think about the middle of you, right? Middle of your back, middle of your abdomen. And I want you to take the middle of your back backwards so that your head and your pelvis are moving about the same amount. Your pelvis is moving this way, your head, right? So they're moving this way towards each other, right? And then as if somebody has a string right above your belly button, pulls it forward, your pelvis goes back, your head goes back, you arch, and then you come back to the middle. So again, from the middle, that goes back. And to the extent that your pelvis rolls back, your head drops forward. And then pulling a string from just below the ribs there. Pelvis goes forward. If you're to the point that you're comfortable, so listening, of course, to your body might not want to go as far as some other bodies. Right? Your body might just be happy with just the tiniest slump and the tiniest curve up so that you're not triggering those nerve endings that want to overprotect you. Okay, and then this time we're going to do the same movement, but we're going to start with that activation of the feet. So we activate our feet, we get a little taller, and we let ourselves roll back from the center. And then kind of rest your feet for a moment. Activate your feet as you roll forward from the center. Just letting your shoulders follow. And then we come back. And again, feet rolling back. Remember, go only as far as you know your body will accept. And then feet again, rolling, 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 rolling. Up, up, up. And then back in the middle. And take a little break. Rest back in your chairs if you feel like your back would appreciate a little break. And as you're resting, just take a few breaths. Enjoy a few moments of silence. Enjoy the opportunity to learn to listen and let your body teach you how to be kind to it.
I know,
And then scoot forward again. Okay, so we're going to add something new. We're going to, I want you to imagine that center spine, right? So the spine is behind my abdomen, but it's also in like where I can touch those bony spots. My spine is still 2 to 3 inches in front of that, right? So that's my center, right? My spine actually isn't those bony spots. It's several inches in front of that. So imagine that center with all its curves. Right? So you kind of have to take your attention inside. Right? And then I want you slowly to turn, but I want you to keep the spine, right, centered over the pelvis, top of the head. So you're not turning and bending. You're just turning. It might be ever so slightly. I know, some of you have pain in your back, so you just, again, it might only be a half an inch, and for some of you it might be a few inches. Good. And then when you come to the middle, let yourself settle, and then go the other way, and settle. So do it a few more times and see if you can find how to use your legs and that connection to support you. So you might push a little more through one leg as you turn to the right, and see if you can let yourself feel yourself getting a little taller. And then you're going to come and settle. And then you push. For me, if I'm turning left, I'm pushing a little more with my right foot. Getting a little taller and coming back to the middle. Alright, pushing with my left foot, turning to the right, getting taller. Take a break. And settling. And with the right foot. Yeah, and definitely rest whenever your body's like, it just wants to rest. And sometimes when we tune in, what we tune into is that, oh gosh, I'm actually a little tired. Now that I'm actually slowing down and listening, and it's our after lunch time.
Yes.
Right? Sometimes we just say, oh, I'm a little tired. All right, sitting at the edge of your seat, feeling your contact with your bottom and your feet. And this time, as you turn to the right, let your head either stay forward, or if you're able to, turn it the opposite way. Come back to the middle. Turn your shoulders and your pelvis to the left. Keep your head either forward or a little to the right. And just see if you can find a way to make that almost feel as easy and natural as taking your head with.
I feel like this fast. I don't feel like I can't figure out
You
what
have
to
a
do.
twirly chair, that's not fair.
That's true. All right, now this time, let everything go together. Everything rotate, but I want, if you can, if it's comfortable for your neck, arms, and shoulders, as you rotate right, let your arms go a little bit. And you can make it a little smaller, but go a little faster. I'm gonna see if I can do it without letting my chair. You could go slower, and you could actually reach. Or you can keep your arms down soft. Right? You could. And let it rest. Let it rest. Let it rest. Okay. So let's do that, thinking about the middle. So as you slouch, the middle of your back, right, somewhere around here, goes backwards, and your head goes forward to the level that you kind of, I'm bending my knees and my pelvis comes forward. And then I pull myself from that center spot, and I open. And I come back to the middle. Or you let yourself rest. Just do it in sitting.
Yeah.
So down, up. Let your arms, if you can, watch my hands. Let your hands come forward. So we're in that lower power position. And down. And then depending on your arms and shoulders, each time you come up, you potentially, right, only go as high as you
I'm
can.
not good today.
It's okay, you're great. You're perfect within your limitations. Right, so let your hands come up as high as is comfortable for you. All right, more than half of us are resting, so let's all rest. And it also then becomes a good exercise,
Yes.
right? To do a few of those and then rest. A few and then rest. To your ability. I mean, that's what's unique about all of you, right? Is in a regular PT class, we'd be doing, 3 sets of 10. Right? Whereas we find that 2 or 3 reps for some is enough or more than enough, right? And that's what's nice about Feldenkrais is it's a lot more about quality, listening, and quantity. Right? This is definitely a perversion of Feldenkrais, what I'm doing. I'm learning some things from some other things and kind of trying to bring some of that toning into it. So, for those of you who are comfortable standing, anybody still comfortable standing?
Yeah.
You are? Yeah. Good. So then we're going to do the rotation. So over the line of the spine, turning and getting a little taller as we go to the right, and coming back to the middle. Good. Turning and getting a little taller to the left, and coming back to the middle. Now notice your knees. For me, what I notice is that when I go to the side, I kind of straighten my knees, I tone a little more. I get a little taller, and when I come back to the middle, I sort of get just a wee bit shorter and I soften a little bit. And then, of course, you could switch that. You could say, well, what if I got taller and more toned in the middle and kind of went to the side and let myself get a little softer? And then what if I went a little faster and just let my arms go? Right? Because how often do our shoulders, our upper back, our mid back get tense? Because we're just, in a chair, right? So this is also just a nice way, I'm trying to get things done, I'm tired. Well, what if I just kind of shake it out in a healthy way? Right, and then you could also tone it a little bit, right? So you could turn and, lift your hands. Turn and lift your hands. Now I'm bending in the middle, so I'm getting little squats. Okay, back to the middle. And let's just stand for a moment. And if you can, stand. Either you don't have to, but just to compare a little bit to standing. For those of you who are reasonably comfortable in standing, is there any quality that you might label as different from just doing those little bits of movements? I feel taller.
Softer.
Softer. Softer in the shoulders? Yeah, looser.
My posture's better.
Yeah, your posture's better. Nice.
I didn't do enough
That's okay.
what I'm supposed to do.
No, right.
I'm just kind of moving around and.
It's all right, just moving around is good.
With Feldenkrais, I know that we can think movements.
Yes. can just
Now,
imagine.
wouldn't that,
It would actually be perfect.